putting this effort in, you need to be putting this effort in. You were created whole and complete. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I have another Virgin Journals for you, and I'm feeling really good with myself because I feel like I've been relatively consistent. In my last video I did how to edit Instagram pictures, which I personally really liked the video, and it inspired a lot of conversation and in some cases controversy, but personally I think it's really important for conversation to happen. And I'm the kind of person, I don't mind laying my cards out on the table because I don't feel like I feel like honesty is never a bad thing, and it's always good to share as much as you possibly can. And you can take it as you want or leave it as you want. But personally, I've been loving it and loving all your love and support. But today, I wanted to talk about relationships, and specifically the fact that relationships are not goals. And I thought it was really important to just kind of have a chat about this. It's specifically for my single ladies who are out there, but also my women who are in relationships, who maybe feel like they might be losing themselves or have lost themselves or have such a high expectation or benchmark when it comes to relationships and maybe don't feel like they are meeting it. And I know people might look at me and say that's easy for someone like me to say, which it probably is, because I have been in a relationship for going on almost 10 years as it currently stands. If not 10 years, yeah, 10 years. And I am married, but I feel like that's given me quite a lot of insight into relationship, as well as I've seen countless women that I know around me who've been in good relationships, bad relationships, no relationships, on the hunt for relationships, giving up on relationships. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of just a little bit of a pep talk, you know, just to feel good, or just, you know, some insight really when it comes to relationships and why they're not actually goals. So number one, all that glitters is not gold. And I think this is so important for people to realize. People look at relationships and think that once I have a man, once I have a woman, my life is going to be set, you know, things are going to be great from here on out because you have that person to, you know, complete you or to add to your life. And the reality is that this is not the case. You can look at a relationship from the outside and see, you know, at grand gestures and amazing things and kisses and think, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But trust me, all that glitters is not gold. You never know what is going on inside that relationship. And for a matter of fact, there is ups, there is downs, there is plateaus, there is fights, there's passion, there's lots of different things that happen. And you have to ask yourself, is that one of the things that you're ready and prepared for when you're in a relationship? And also for those who are in relationships, don't look at other relationships and think, I wish my relationship was like that, because again, you don't know what's happening. And as they say, the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's green where it's being watered. I like that one. So point number two, relationships take a work. In my opinion, and maybe this is because I'm a little bit old school and I'm not the most romantic person in the world, but relationships and love is actually a choice. It's about two people coming together and making a decision and choosing to work through the ups, through the downs, through the compromises, through the strife, through the changes, through the big decisions. And it's not just a case of, you know, I'm in love, googly eyes. That eventually kind of wanes off. And after that googly eye moment is there, you need stability, you need muscle, you need time, you need effort, you need sacrifice to really make love and relationships work. And I say to the single people out there, while you're kind of not in a relationship, it's a great time to use all that effort and that work and that kind of working out time on yourself to build yourself to be the strongest person that you can be, who is feeling whole as themselves, and before trying to share it and spread this out to someone else, because it can get very tiring being in a relationship if you yourself are not even strong enough as an individual. And also the fact that it takes work, it's really important to be in a relationship with someone who's also willing to put in the amount of work that you're willing to put in. A relationship is one of those things that is about equilibrium. if I'm putting this effort in, you need to be putting this effort in, and it's not by force. I'm not going to make someone do it. Both individuals and parties have to be making that choice to kind of keep the playing field balanced. Because if one person is putting in all the effort and the other is not, eventually what you have is kind of a skew with relationship that eventually won't hit the long run. So effort and work, babies, effort and work. So my third point is that you are enough. I personally don't like it when people say this person completes me. You know, I need to be in a relationship so I can feel whole and feel complete. You have to realize as an individual that you were created whole and complete. You are not half a person, half a spirit, just because you don't have another person beside you. Oh, heck no. And if that's how you're thinking, you probably need to go back to the drawing board, reassess yourself, and take some time to just get a little bit of self-love. You are genuinely whole as an individual. In relationship, your partner does not complete you but complements you. It's all about what you can add to the table of the other person, and what that other person can also add to your table to really create a bountifulness that overflows. Not a case of something was missing or is missing from you as an individual, rather that it would be nice to have something extra there that just adds more spice to life, you know. So what you can find in lots of relationships, especially if they're a bit dysfunctional, is that there's an individual someone in the relationship, or both, who don't feel like they're enough, and sometimes they become, you know, a little bit, they don't value themselves as much as they possibly should, and then they get walked all over. The reality is that you are enough, and that if you don't feel like you are, then it's better off to take the time in building yourself, being the best you, building that confidence before you fly and jump into a relationship that isn't going to make you feel complete. And my fourth and final point is that love is a goal. And I am one of these avid people who loves the concept of love. And love is more than just about the attraction that you feel to a person of the opposite sex or someone who you feel attracted to. Love is beyond that. It's a beautiful thing that sometimes you can experience through nature, and you can experience through people, and you can experience through you personally sacrificing for someone else, and you can experience through charity. And I think it's important to realize the way that love is sometimes perceived in this society is or in this day and age, is actually quite narrow. And when you kind of experience the fullness of love, it means that you'll be able to bring something more valuable when you do end up, or may not end up, being in a relationship with another individual for the rest of your life, if you choose to. So guys, that is my Virgin Journals for today. You see the passion as it always comes back with me. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I kind of just wanted to share my thoughts on me, relationships and that good stuff. And I'm totally for relationships. I love them. I love love, as I just mentioned. But you know what? It's not goals. There's so much to life, and when you remember that, eventually I feel like relationships come. It just comes easily because you're not that kind of thirst trap person, desperately, you know, googly eyed looking for this version of relationship and version of love that actually isn't realistic in the long run. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Thoughts below. You guys know I love when reading all the comments and seeing the conversation, so I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Bye. 100. These are basically all I use to take photos. Can bring that dent out, which is a dent I've always had. I don't mind it. I can use C1, make it look bright.